Okay, Sunday morning in the kingdom and it warmed up, but it feels chilly. And the stoves aren't burning. They're burning really slow. Any other times they'd be burning hot and fast. Yes, like my women, hot women. Alright, so this morning we woke up to minus 22 Celsius, but feels like minus 34. That's a decent temperature. And then on the yo-yo scale, a lame ass minus 8 Fahrenheit, but feels like a warm minus 29 Fahrenheit. Yes, today we're having a relaxing Sunday. I gotta work on that book because that's my income. Yes, my income for when I'm at Shady Pines. And it being Sunday, watch the cord, Yogi. Make sure you clean your vacuum. We'll just walk forward so we can set it down. Yes, and the staff will be over this today. We're just going to do a little bit of firewood because she's got to cook the buzzard. Yes, cook the buzzard. I think we're having Kentucky Fried Buzzard today, but flame broiled in the oven. I'm not sure what she's doing. She'll include it in her videos. Yes, all right. So yesterday, we had to go down there to plow the road. Yes, we are going to take little Aggie out right there. But that's a tiny D6. And we know Thor, the plow truck over here, without the tire chains on, would have a hard time getting through that big snowbank that the town of WHO-ville pushed up. But the thing is, I look at it, that shows how stupid they are. Yes, there's no courtesy in grading. You're supposed to windrow over. Yes, windrow over. Don't come up to the middle of the road, pull your blade and back up because you're an idiot. Yes, but your friends think you're the greatest. And to me, I just laugh at you. Because you couldn't get a job anywhere else, so you ended up in WHO-ville, just like me. Yes, and I'm still here almost 30 years later. So I had to take the D6 cat out to push it back. We got some video or whatever, but that's a total waste of my time. I pay taxes, what, to get blocked in and everything like that? So as I say, I have no use for WHO-ville. I have a book. WHO-ville, How They Hate Me. And I shall be adding a chapter in for the Department of Holidays and the operator of the grader, showing how stupid they are. I can't believe it. But, why did they do this to me? What for? That just shows how stupid they are. But that's the mentality of these people of WHO-ville. I just shake my head. But then again, I'm a famous 5-star Amazon author with 25 books on Amazon. Yes. And all but 3 of them are written from here. But nobody cares. Nobody cares. I'm documenting the history of WHO-ville and their hatred towards me. Alright, so we're not sure what we're going to do today. We got some fresh snow. I had to shovel the doorways, but that's okay. I never even untangled the flags because we're so far behind today on this Sunday morning. I think I'm first. I can't even find the tank. Where is the tank? Oh, jeez, it must be the alcoholic blur. Alright, the tank is over here. Alright, we better get going. The dogs are wanting to go for a walk so they can poop and pee everywhere but in their pen. So that's no mess. That's less of a mess for us to clean up. Well, I better go. Here comes the boss, even on a Sunday. Okay, as I walked the dogs this morning, I swung by the parts trader with all the IH cat parts in it. Yes, and I figured I'd grab a water pump for the TD18 off the shelf, like a suggestion by the YouTube subscriber, Kingdom follower. Maybe take one apart and see how bad it is, or have one pre-made so we can also know the seals. So I figured I'd grab one off the shelf. I didn't like it, so I had to go back over there, and take the wrenches, the flashlight, and everything like that, and unbolt one off of a motor that we have sitting in there. Yes, a complete motor with cracked heads. So there we are. So of course, I dropped it, so it's all covered in snow. I'll have to put it by the wood stove to bake. But hopefully we can take this one apart and figure out what's going on, see what the seals are, just double check everything. And also too, it's a good thing I went for a little exercise, taking a water pump off, because the stoves died out after the accelerants burnt off. So both stoves went into no burn. So now I got the vent open, door open, damper open, and hopefully we can get some heat out of this. This one's starting to go. Hopefully the other one is going too. Oh, my voice. Oh, a little bit of a strenuous workout before my second cup of coffee with beverage is hurting the old guy. All right, let's go have that that coffee.
Sunday morning in WHO-ville, it's just after 10 a.m. and as you can see, it is pretty nice out here right now, but that wind is chilly, so let's head inside and see if the dogs want to go out. Then I can make breakfast at 1 p.m. I'll head over to the kingdom and help my dad with some firewood quickly, and then after that, I have to start making our supper. I am making us a nice chicken drumstick supper with mashed potatoes, veggies, and everything else. 12 p.m. and I'm just getting ready to make lunch. Today I'm going to have some ravioli. Have not had this in a while, so hopefully it will be good. Now let's head inside and let the dogs out and start lunch. Then at 1 p.m. I'll do the weather and head to the kingdom. Almost 1 p.m. and I'm just finishing up lunch. This is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's minus 21 degrees Celsius, which is minus 5 degrees Fahrenheit. We even have the feels like on the bottom. It is still pretty windy out here and trying to snow, so let's head over to the kingdom and help my dad with some firewood. Just after 1 p.m. and I made it to the kingdom. Looks like we're just doing firewood today since I have to cook this afternoon. That background noise is my dad sweeping the deck off. Now let's head down to the shop and get the mini out so we can go fill the tubs. Got the mini out, and the first thing on the list is to take the water trailer in behind the house and park it where it always is. Then I can get on the mini and fluff up the long trailer and fill the tubs while my dad does the rest of the firewood. In behind the house, we just got the water trailer parked and my dad fluffed up the long trailer for me. He's gonna go grab some ties with the mini while I fill the tubs, and he'll come back around and grab them. In the last video, you seen my dad backblading. That is so he could take the tubs around. I just filled those two, so he'll take them over to the shop. And then when I'm done with the mini, I'll bring the other 2 tubs around. Just after 1:30 and I got all the tubs filled and I fluffed up the long trailer for tomorrow. Now I'll head back around to the hose shack and drop the tubs off and put the mini away. Sounds like my dad is just cutting up some ties right now. Just got the tubs and the mini put away. Now I will fill up the wagon while my dad finishes up the ties. 2 p.m. my dad just took the wheelbarrow into the shop to empty out all the rocks, so I'll go get a video of that and show you guys what he's doing. Just got the wagon filled up. Now I'll put it in the shop. Then I'm officially done in the kingdom for now, and I can head on back into WHO-ville with my dog treats and start making supper.
Okay, the staff is done. She took off to go cook the buzzard. Yes, cook the buzzard. We're having Kentucky Fried Buzzard tonight in the oven. All right, so we got some wood. We got the wet wood to slow the burn. We're in the low pressure air system. Doors open, vents open, yada yada yada. Wood won't burn, but yeah, that's the same wood that's been burning out of control for how many days. So I hand bombed all that stuff up there. Look at those rocks. Oh, you can just feel the heat coming off of those rocks. No, they're chilly willy. All right, let's see. We'll go outside and see what we're doing out there, because it actually was productive. Okay, I cut up the usual ties for the day over there. And then we have this hydro pole that we cut apart or split apart. Today was cold and we're cutting it in half to go into the hoe shack. Yes, into the hoe shack, because that's nice wood burning. I thought being cedar or very light wood, like those pieces are very light, I thought that stuff would vaporize as soon as I tossed it in, but it's actually giving us a nice burn. All right, let's continue the quest.
Just after 2 p.m. and I made home from the kingdom. This is the chicken drumsticks I will be making today, and that is the brand. We had these before and they were actually pretty good, so now we'll divide this up into 2 trays and put them in the oven for a couple hours. 4 p.m. and I just started the potatoes. Now I will get the stuffing, gravy, and veggies ready to go, so supper will be done by 5 or at least just after 5 p.m. Now let's head out and do the weather. Just after 5 p.m. and supper is officially done. This is my dad's chicken and his tray. He wanted a little bit of barbecue sauce on his, so that's what he got. Now I can bag everything up and head over to the kingdom and end my day.
Okay, over to 39 Chevy snow truck, and the money tree might blossom this month. Yes, Amazon book sales or gifted money from the YouTube subscriber Kingdom followers are helping make this channel a success and get these projects done. Alright, so we need some plexiglass for the window, so we'll set it on there and we'll call it about 2 feet, somewhere in there. Alright, so that's good news. And then we go this way. Ooh, I don't know, we'll say 40. I don't know. Oh geez, I'm looking at metric. Oh geez, try again here. Have another drink. Alright, so we're at 16 inches, so say 18 inches. That 40 isn't 40 inches, that's 40 centimeters. Yes, we're Canadians. We have tape measures with imperial and metric, so that screws everything up. So I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe I should go have a drink and then I can read the tape measure. Oh my. Okay, we're short video today, so we'll add some video from 2022. I think it was August long weekend, I think it was, and we took a 47 lowrider and made it into the 37 hot rod truck, which became the 37 Dodge tribute truck in memory of my dad. So we'll insert the video here. Okay, just a quick video of the 47 lowrider, but it's too many shadows because of the sun and there's a slight breeze, so I got my hand covering my Lily Tomlin mic. This sedan, for two-door sedan, is way too rusted for us up here. And we splashed some paint on it 10 years ago to try and save it, because that's what we do to everything. But we don't have any parts for it, because the parts vehicle for this thing and all the parts that were stripped off it never came after my dad passed away. So we got the vehicle, but we didn't get any parts. So we don't have any parts, but we have lots of truck parts. So the staff and I have decided we're going to take this rusted body off because it's no good to us. And she doesn't want to drive around in a sedan because that means kids and marriage. So we're going to strip it down. Hopefully we can get some better video. But as you can see, it's kind of like the Fred Flintstone's vehicle. Oh well. Well, it's always nice to have a green toy around the yard there. Not that green forklift that never starts and runs. I'll give that to the next ex-wife or whatever. But raising up the lowrider so I can work on it, I do have the safety stands underneath. You can just see them. They're colored yellow, I think they are. I'm colorblind. So this is actually going well. Okay, redoing this video. The sun's gone down, the shadows are down, the wind's gone down, and Dick has gone home with his helicopter. So we got the flag exercise acting normal, and the trucks look good over there. I just finished walking the pony, so the 48 Chevy's parked. The green toy is right here, and it sure is handy, because I remember taking and moving the body off the frame of the 47 Dodge here, lowrider, And it was hard work back in the day when we didn't have luxury items like this. We had jackal and timbers and everything like that. Okay, once it gets darker, I'll come out with the laser level so I can sight in the cab here, because this is a 68 Camaro subframe welded into the Dodge frame, the 47 Dodge. And on the back here, I'll show you that. So the 47 lowrider is basically a 68 Camaro that got T-boned around a pole, so the frame or the body was kinked in. So my dad got it quick from the kid because he was crying, and Dad picked me up from school in the tow truck and we went and got it. So the subframe got grafted into the Dodge frame here, and the 68 Camaro rear end went into the back here to kind of fit nice to get it a low rider. And when I ripped the body off in a fit of rage with the green toy, I kinked the frame right there. I thought the bolt or the body was rusted, the bolt was welded, it was a jimmy rig situation. Plus I'd spilled some gas here, don't tell the Swedish kid, so I wasn't going to get the torch out because I could have burnt everything. But it actually worked out good. I used a zip cut and we have the right curve now. I'll just box it in and everybody will be happy. Alright, now I'll go get the laser level. Okay, I'm in the storage trailer where the Hot Rod 37 Dodge frame is. We took it apart last January and we're going to rebuild it. But I'm using the laser level of Dr. Evil to shoot a line here so I can figure out the body mounts where the cab was going to go on the 3747 lowrider. So it's easier to do it this way and stay up late or stay up late. The first day of my new lips, plus I'm sober at this hour, not used to it. But get some measurements because it's a lot easier to do it in the dark than trying to figure it out in the day. And you can see 10 o'clock or 10:30 now, and it's dark now in the kingdom. Summer's over. Okay, Sunday morning in the kingdom, I got up early and started to work. That would surprise the boss, okay, especially on a Sunday. But I'm stripping down the cab for the rat rod there, because it's a 37 Dodge and we have to strip a lot of stuff out. But the main thing is to get the headliner out with all the mouse nests because they create smoke. I don't know if we can see it here. Got the home fires burning. I'm turning slowly here. Sunday morning, I'm going to get dizzy. But here, this is why you don't, I don't know where it is. There's the burning barrel or whatever. So that's the interior parts that are burning. I'll slowly put water on it and stuff like that. So that's why we don't do this in the winter in the shop, because it's a little hard and smoky. But the main thing is to clean up this truck cab and get everything all prefabbed outside. So when winter comes in a couple of weeks, we can work inside by the wood stove and there'll be no mosquitoes because they're bad today. There's about 150 of them joining me on this work project. More to come. Okay, that took a while because I had to hand drill each piece separate, the little extensions to get the cab up to the original frame mounts on the 37 Dodge hot rod truck. So I had to put these extensions onto the 46. As you can see, we can see part of the welds from the subframe sliding into the Dodge frame. We can look at it right here. You can see part of the subframe right there. That was done in 1980 with an AC Buzzbox welder and 7014 rods, which are known as slag entrapment rods. So we welded it. We had great fun. So now, I think it's what, 38? No, that'd be 42 years later. Pretty quick with the math because I watched Sesame Street. I'm using a DC welder, gas powered, and some nice Excalibur rods. So I got some beautiful welds and not much grinding required. All right, let's see if the cab fits. Well, it's just about 9 o'clock in the kingdom. I worked hard and fast today. I didn't went non-stop. Didn't even socialize or anything like that. So, 1974, I bought this rusted Dodge, okay, for $100. I was, I forget how old I was in 74, but oh well, I'm old now. And then in 1984, I bought this 37 Dodge parts truck from Davidson, Saskatchewan, because we were building a hot rod truck, the 37 Dodge, which is my book series, the Naughty Natalie. So we were doing speeds of 145 miles an hour. My dad figured we'd smash up the truck, which we never did. So he wanted us to have a parts truck, so we've had this truck since 1984, so I paid it for $200. Okay, it's a long day and I'm still sober a bit. Okay, so we went for a test drive. We're having problems with the brakes. There's no brake line fluid coming out this line, so we don't fire it around. We just run another line beside it. We'll worry about it later in the winter when it's cold. So the little 6-cylinder motor, in theory, has to go back because it's too far ahead for the wheelbase of the Dodge, okay? But the main thing is we're up and going. We'll do a test drive with the leather camera, and we're having fun. So I made the steering box work. It's a little crude, little funny, but it did. Now we can order parts online to figure out what's going on. But we got the cab and the height above the center line of the wheels, okay, because we measured it off the other one. So staying up late and working in the dark, it worked out good. So now when I start putting the fenders on, everything in theory should line up, but it probably won't. We'll have to drink more beer. So we got the old steering wheel in, it works. We got brakes, and then that's the gear shift. Okay, so we got no column shift, so we just pull it up and down and hope for the best. And the seat is nice and comfy. I can see out the window to enjoy the breeze. All right, we'll see if the camera can record. Okay, I don't know how the video turned out, but we don't know the gear ratio of this truck or this vehicle or whatever, because it's a 68 Camaro that was smashed up. So this thing is pretty peppy and has some speed to it. Like just idling on a high idle to keep the engine running with 10-year-old gas, this thing kind of flies across the yard. Plus it's drum brakes. We got to get them all seated and working again. That's the joys. But these two truck cabs were together when I grew up in the Pink House down south there in Alexander, Manitoba. So these two truck cabs were together back in the 1980s. So now they are together and they're moving and running, not being carried around or moved with the farm tractor. Okay, and you can see the flag of exercise in its natural state, limp. Oh well.
4:30, and this is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's minus 20 degrees Celsius, which is minus 4 degrees Fahrenheit. We even had the feels like on the bottom. It was pretty nice when I was in the kingdom, but as you can see, it is windy out here right now, and it is still snowing, so let's head inside and wait for supper to be done so I can head to the kingdom.
Okay, we're quitting early. All we did really today was firewood, answer comments, and play on the computer. Plus, being the end of the month, we had to, save everything onto the memory sticks or the external drives and all that kind of stuff. We have the wood stoves topped up. So I was watching videos on YouTube on the salt tram and the Cerro Gordon tramways and stuff like that down in California there, Nevada, or whatever it is, in Death Valley. Yes, in Death Valley. So it's kind of neat what the old timers did with lots of cable and ingenuity. Yes, and they made things go up and down the sides of mountains. Nowadays we can't get anybody to work or do anything. Welcome to the new world. All right, so probably I'll finish out the evening by watching a movie with boobies and get a good night's sleep, because tomorrow's Monday, so it's a full production day. Yes, full production day. Well, the staff will be here shortly with my supper, so I better go. And we'll talk to you later.